It's Sandra. Welcome to day 21. Is it day 21? Yeah, we're still on day 21 of Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month After Party. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, this is the place to be for education about asexuality. I cover dating, relationships, friendships, and that weird thing called sex. So yeah, if you want to find out more about all those different topics in relation to asexuality, please do subscribe now and hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I post a brand new video or go live like today. So we are on day 21 of Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month After Party. Last month was actual Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month, where we celebrated our diversity across the asexual spectrum and our differences within it. Thank you for joining me tonight. Already my voice is a bit croaky. So today I want to talk to you about what is an asexual soulmate imposter, or what is a soulmate imposter, right? I've talked a bit about soulmates before, and I was obviously upset on the last video, and some of that upsets carry through today. The guy who I spoke about yesterday, who turned out to be not so good for me. I'm still friends with him on Facebook, and he saw my Facebook live today and private messaged me, and I did respond, and I kind of got a lot of things off my chest and off my mind about the situation with him to him, and I felt really good about that to a certain extent. But it was really upsetting, you know, because he blatantly asked me to pay to sponsor him to come over here. You know, and I said, well, you didn't ask me for money, but basically to sponsor you is paying for you to come over here, you know? That's got nothing to do with love. That's just to get in the country, you know? It's just like that was one of the first things he asked me, and he expects me to believe he loves me. It's just ridiculous. And so, you know, at the very end of our conversation, of when he was replying back to me, he said, oh, you won't find your soulmate because I am him. But he's not my soulmate. He can't be my soulmate because he doesn't behave like him or act like him and doesn't match my needs, you know? So he's not going to be my soulmate. And, you know, sadly, I come across a lot of these guys in my life that I think I'm getting closer to my soulmate. So I believe I've got an asexual soulmate. So someone asked me today, like, what is my personal definition of a soulmate? And I wrote, it was an asexual friend who asked me that, and I wrote out a message for him, and he was so amazed at how clear I was about what a soulmate means to me. So I've since put that on asexuality.com, which is one of the asexual online dating sites I'm on, to update my profile, and I wanted to read it out to you so you kind of know where I'm coming from. So let's begin. So I put things I'm looking for in a person are, so in terms of a relationship, this is what soulmate, it means I want a soulmate, and my soulmate that I've known I have had since the age of 10. A guy who is like the male version of me in some ways, but not all. Someone I have that ultimate deep emotional and spiritual connection with like no other. Who is my bestest ever and deepest ever male friend, and is the love of my life all wrapped up into one. We share our secrets and love hanging out together, going on dates and kissing. We both do our own thing and have our own friends, but are consistently communicating with each other and maintaining and nurturing that deep emotional bond to stay connected with each other. And it's strong, and it's stronger than a rock. And we are inseparable life partners, and we are naturally like each other, not forced. You know, and that to me is what my soulmate means. You know, and I believe my soulmate's asexual, and I believe he's Indian in his 20s. And at the very least, he's foreign, asexual. This Indian guy recently wasn't asexual, so he can't be my soulmate. And he doesn't act like my soulmate. You know, he's not into consistent communication. He's into consistent communication when it suits him. Not because he's crazy about me like he made out. You know, and I hate these guys who are soulmate imposters. I've had quite a lot of them. So these are guys that come into my life and they pretend to be someone who they're really not. You know, they pretend to be my soulmate. They pretend to be this guy who I envisage as my soulmate. And it's really heartbreaking that they do that. And a lot of these type of guys, they're fakers, they're liars, or they just tell you what you want to hear because maybe they want to be that person, or maybe they just want to string you along into thinking that's the person you want to be with so that they can get things from you, like a visa, for example, which is really horrible. You know, this guy didn't ask me directly for a visa, this guy like recently, but he asked me to sponsor him, which is, it's not asking for money, but it's equivalent of asking someone to pay for you to come over here. Do you know what I mean? It's disgusting. I actually said to him that you should be ashamed of yourself for doing that, for asking a girl to do that, you know, to sponsor you to come over here, especially when you say you've got your own money. I kept saying to him, you know, if you got your own money, why do you need me to sponsor you to come over here? See, it doesn't make sense, does it? He said, oh, I'd rather not. Eventually said, oh, I'd rather not talk about this now. I thought, yeah, I bet you wouldn't. You know, so soulmate imposter is someone who pretends to be the soulmate that you want, the person that you want to be your life partner. They pretend to be that. You know, they're fakers, a lot of them. They're liars, and some of them are cheats, and they're not nice people. You know, a lot of them. Some of them do it intentionally, and some of them do it unintentionally. But, you know, and sometimes there's just people who come in life who you believe is your soulmate who isn't, and they can be imposters as well. So it's really difficult. But all I can say is just keep searching for that. You know, if you believe in soulmates, which I definitely 100% do, because my parents are soulmates and I've seen other friends that have been soulmates, then, you know, I know it exists and I know it's true. But my soulmate would be really good for me, you know? They'd be on my level and they'd want the same things in a relationship as me. You know, and I haven't found that yet. I haven't found a guy who consistently wants to communicate with me, who wants to Skype me, video chat with me, talk to me about his day, I'll talk about my day, who's really into me, who's like my bestest ever friend, who gives me unrestricted access to him, vice versa, who's like friends with me on Facebook, for example, who's into me big time, who I'm into him, you know, and we're equally into each other. You know, who wants to make time for me and goes out of his way for me, you know? If a guy's not doing these type of things, he can't be my soulmate. And this, you know, this Indian guy, he's not even asexual. And he's like, oh, you won't find that guy because I am him. It's like, you're not him. You're not my soulmate because you don't match my needs. You're not what I want in a relationship. You know, you don't satisfy my needs, you know? You're not naturally like me. I'm looking for someone who's naturally like myself, you know, who is into me as much as I'm into them, who loves open and honest communication, who's always trying to maintain consistent communication, and who's always trying to maintain that deep emotional connection. I can't get close to a guy or be with a guy who doesn't satisfy my needs, you know, someone who's not even prepared to video chat with me very much, or doesn't really want to or make an effort to, and he'll go out of their way to schedule time in, even if it's not necessarily convenient to them. You know, if someone can't be bothered to do that or doesn't want to do it, then it's like, well, you can't, I'm not, you know, you're out of reach for me. I can't emotionally connect with you on a safe, happy level like that. It's kind of like I'm trying to scratch around to get close to you when I can't. It's just not nice for me. You know, I want a guy that's like, oh my God, I can't, man, you know, I'm really looking forward to chatting to you next. You know, that type of guy. That special person's going, oh, I'm so into talking to you, and who really wants to get to know me properly and who loves spending time with me, you know, and that means online and offline, and, you know, who really understands me. You know, it's not about me just understanding them. They need to understand me as well. You know, and these people come into your life and maybe you give clues as to what type of guy you want. I'm very open, obviously, all over the internet about what I want. So kind of like any guy can come along and try and fit that if he feels like it, if you know what I mean, by saying stuff to me to make me think that he's the one for me when really he's not. You know, I mean, I can't be with a guy, you know, some guys, they come in my life, just message me once or twice in a blue moon and then go off again. I can't be with a guy like that. I would feel very insecure with a guy like that. I'd feel like he doesn't really love me, doesn't really care. He only messages me when it suits him. It would be a really unhealthy and unstable relationship, if you know what I mean. And I can't be doing with that in my life. It's not nice. And I find it really difficult to get a guy who's, and even on Facebook, some of them are really secretive. Like, they don't even want to be friends with me on Facebook. Like, if you don't want to be friends with me on Facebook, you're not already my friend, then to be quite honest, I think you're just hiding stuff and you're ashamed of being connected with me on there. And that's no good for me because I'm publicly out to the world as asexual, The guy's got to appreciate that I am asexual and that I do a lot of work for asexuals around the globe. And he's got to be proud of that and proud of me and proud to be in a relationship with me, proud to let the world know how he feels about me, I'm not saying he has to be like me, as in full on out all over the internet. I don't want him to be like me all over the internet and everywhere. I'm quite happy for him to not be that way. But I certainly mean that I want him to be connected to me on like Facebook and a friend of mine on there. And, if he was in a relationship with me, I would want him to put he's in a relationship with me, or the very least put he's in a relationship. Do you know what I mean? But, I'd want to have photographs of me and him together, which is a natural thing, Most partners have photographs of each other together on Facebook. You go out to a theme park or go and see somewhere and they have pictures of each other together. But, I haven't even met a guy who's like that with me. If you look at my Facebook profile, if you're ever friends with me on there, you'll notice I haven't really got any of me and even guy friends very much. My BFF Sam, though, I have, who's asexual. That was really nice. I had pictures of me and him. And I think true friends do that, ones that are proud to be your friend do that with you. They put pictures of you and them together. But I don't really have hardly any of me and male friends, apart from, like I said, with my friend Sam. And I think my friend John a while ago, yeah, he was on there with me. But it's like foreign guys, I haven't got any with me with foreign guys, actually. It's kind of like, I often wonder, do the foreign guys abroad is that all they're after me for, like visa and to get in this country? It's pretty horrible. And I think some of them will say quite a lot of stuff just literally to get in the country, and it's disgusting. It's like, make your own way here, for goodness sake. I wouldn't have the audacity to even say that, I told this guy, this guy who likes me, this Indian guy, 34 years old he is. It's not like he's a child. And it's like, come on, why, what, you should be ashamed of yourself asking, especially when you say you've got money, asking for a woman to sponsor you to come to UK when you just met her. And then you're telling her, oh, you love her and all the rest of it. I just think it's a load of rubbish, to be honest. It's just horrible. So anyway, it's better to find out this now, isn't it, what he's like, than, but obviously with the hyper romantic side, there's always that little bit of what if in me. But, it's like, I met a nice guy. Well, I met a guy who I thought was quite a good match for me on here called Ronald. And I really liked him, to be honest. I'm still in touch with him. But, he only Skyped me once. And he's not friends with me on Facebook. So that kind of means he can't be my soulmate, I don't think. But kind of like I could feel that he was a really good match for me in lots of ways. But if he's not friends with me on Facebook, it's like, well, if you really like me a lot, surely you'd be friends with me on there. But I understand it's a bit difficult because we like each other so much that kind of like it'd be a bit hard. But he doesn't talk to me that much either, which I kind of understand because it is a bit hard for us because we're both hyper romantic. But even so, I just think, well, at the moment you wouldn't be suitable for me anyway in that way because you wouldn't match my needs. Do you know what I mean? So, but it's nice he turned up yesterday on the video and said, you'll always be in my heart. I thought that was really sweet. It made me feel really good, made me feel really good. You're always in my heart. I thought that was really nice. And it's kind of like nice that still a month later he still likes me like that. So that was kind of cool. But, I haven't met my soulmate yet, really, because if I did, then he would match my needs and he would be making me feel really happy and loved, and he would really want to be spending time with me and hanging out with me. So and he'd want to make the best of our lives. You know, life is so short. You know, time ticks away so fast that if you do meet someone who you think's the right person for you, you should just go for it. You know, you really should, and do whatever it takes to be with them. Because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, you know? You just don't. And I kind of like have this urgency to find my soulmate, but you know, I've been very patient. I've been waiting now for over 4 years, since 2014, since I found out I was asexual. I've been waiting for 4 years to find him. I still can't find him. You know, people keep cropping up in my life. You know, I didn't want to get involved with an Indian guy again, especially not one in his own country, because I just know it leads to heartache and heartbreak for me. There's no point, you know. What is the point? You know, I honestly do believe though that an Indian guy will come over here to be near me and live near me, even though it seems one of the most balmiest things ever. Do you know what I mean? It seems like quite ridiculous concept, but I do believe in soulmates. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I believe I've had a soulmate since 10, but I didn't know he was asexual or Indian till 2014. And you know, like having having imposters, it's just horrible. It's these people that come into your life, pretend to be something they're not, or tell you what you want to hear, or maybe you just want them to be your soulmate actually because you just miss your soulmate, you know. But you know, this Indian guy, I thought for a little while that just possible, but he's not asexual, so I knew he couldn't be my soulmate because my soulmate's asexual. I can't be with a sexual long term. I just don't think it'd work out. You know, they don't understand the mindset as much, and even if they do understand the mindset, I mean, this Indian guy though, he got a really good grasp of asexuality. He watches those of my videos and does support my page usually, and secretively though usually, and he, you know, he wrote some stuff about asexuality when I was doing my Facebook Live, so I kind of like appreciated that in a way and thought that was really nice that he's bothered to understand it. He didn't get all of it, he got some of it wrong, but you know, he's like, oh, all asexuals have sex hormones, like have sex chemicals, like to do with like masturbation, like, and I'm like, not all asexuals masturbate, so you got that wrong. But yeah, so I kind of like appreciate that, but you know, it's like, well, he really can't be my soulmate, you know, he's not that bothered about video chatting with me. You know, then when he just video chat with me, there's like no consistency of making another arrangement for the next one. And when he's next messaging me, it's just like we're mates again. It's like no consistency there whatsoever. If you're in love with someone and crazy about them, you don't speak to them like that. Go, oh yeah, have a good day. You know, you're saying, oh, miss you, really love you, or whatever. Crazy about you, you know, in between times, not just like when it suits them. Anyway, at least I know that he can't be the guy for me, or certainly not at the moment. I just have to keep looking. And also, I believe my guy's really in his 20s. Like, I prefer a younger guy, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, I really would like a younger guy. But the thing is, a lot of younger guys, they can't even come over here if they're in another country. They're kind of stuck in their country. I mean, if they worked jobs, I guess they could, but they probably don't think about that. I mean, there's a guy who came to an asexual meetup of mine in the UK, but he's foreign. And he was 20 years old when he came to my meetup. And he was at uni studying and had 2 part-time jobs and travelled 11 hours on a coach to see me. So, as well, I say see me, come to the meet, but I mean, he only knew me at the meet-up. So, in a way, it's like coming to see me, if you know what I mean. He wants to see other asexuals, but obviously, if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't come. And there were, you know, there's even meetups closer to him. So, that was really nice that he travelled that far. So, just because a guy's really young doesn't mean to say he can't travel. Because he can, but I guess, you know, if he's not working, he can't. And if he's really young, he might not be able to. So, yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to update you on what an asexual, or, well, what a soulmate imposter is, really. And just warn you that, you know, if you are on the lookout for your soulmate, then there are a lot of people that might come into your life who you think's your soulmate. But clearly they're not. And especially at the beginning, they act like your soulmate. You know, this guy, Indian guy who's not asexual, he was talking about walking hand in hand and kissing and the bench that we were going to sit on and taking walks at night. you know, and then all that sort of got diluted into other stuff. Anyway, I think I've talked enough for now. I will see you on tomorrow's live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm still trying to sort the asexualise.com site out. I appreciate your time. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, please do so. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Share it with all your friends or someone who may benefit. And if you haven't subscribed already, I think I said don't forget to press that bell icon so you get notified of every time I post a new video. Thanks for watching. I know there's someone been watching this channel nearly the whole time through, so I do appreciate that. I appreciate you loads, and I hope you found this helpful. If you've got any comments or questions, please post them down below. And obviously, as I'm signing off now to the video, if you've got no questions right now, please leave them in the comments and I will get back to you either in the comments or on another video. I really appreciate time, and whoever you are watching, I hope you find the love that you deserve, because you're worth it. And never forget that. You know, don't let someone else ever, ever make you feel like your worth is less than it is. Don't ever, ever let them make you believe that they're the best you can get. You know, you can get an amazing person for you. You know, I'm single. I've been single since predominantly the majority of the time since 2011 now. I had like a 3-week relationship with a Bangladesh guy that he went off with someone else, if you can call that a relationship. But since November 2011, October 2000, I can't remember now. Anyway, I think it was October 2011. No, November the 5th, 2011. That's like bonfire night. Yeah, that's when my ex split with me, which I was glad about. I wanted him to make the decision. Yeah. So, anyway, you know, even if you're right now, you're thinking you haven't got anyone, you know, I still haven't got my soulmate. I've been searching for since 2014, and I was upset today because, you know, the thing I haven't mentioned before I go actually on this video, it's really important. The thing I haven't mentioned is I find it really difficult, you know, that people come into my life and tell me a load of rubbish, tell me what I want to hear, so that they can pretend to be the soulmate to me, you know, so that I'll do certain things, or, you know, maybe even they think I'm going to get them in this country when I really won't. And I think it's so important that you know that these people, you know, they play with their people's emotions, you know. They're not serious, whereas I am. And that's what I need to tell you, you know. Never give up hope. You know, I don't have a asexual relationship. I haven't met a good guy for me yet. A good asexual guy for me yet. But that doesn't mean to say I give up. I will always keep looking for my soulmate, because when you're soulmates with someone, you kind of feel them. I feel this guy every single day of my life. I don't know where the heck he is. I don't know what his game is like. Why don't you come here? You know, I don't know where he is right now, but I won't give up on him. But I'm still happy being single. I'm very happy being single. I'm the happiest I've ever been being single, to be quite honest with you. But I just want to give you some words of encouragement, never to give up. You know, it's a long road that we go down as asexuals. It's a long road because, you know, trying to get an asexual match for a relationship is hugely, hugely difficult. You know, we're so diverse across the asexual spectrum that it makes it almost impossible, but not quite. So I just wanted to give you reassurance, never to give up on your dream guy or girl or trans or bi person or pan person, or, you know, I'm talking about different genders and different identities now, you know, trans, agender, gender fluid, guy, girl, you know, all the different genders. Never give up on your dream person, you know, never give up. And if a person comes into your life that doesn't treat you the way you want to be treated, then they're obviously not the right person for you. They obviously can't be your soulmate. And however much you wish they were, because it make life a bit easier, if, hi, the guy who's just turned up happens to be my soulmate, or whoever, you know, then it would make life a lot better and easier, wouldn't it? But nothing in life is easy that's worth fighting for, if you know what I mean. The things that are the hardest are the ones that really mean the most to us. So always remember, you know, I know when I finally find my soulmate and he finds me, it's going to be amazing. Like, it's going to be fireworks, and we're just going to be best as ever friends, and we're just going to make up for lost time, and we're going to be so into each other. It's going to be fabulous, and I can't wait. But until that time, I don't know where the heck he is. I doubt he even knows I exist. And so I just have to keep my beautiful life as it is and try and find out these imposters posing as imposters but not realising it sooner, if you know what I mean. I need to find these people out sooner, turf them out of my life, or turf them out of my relationship status mindset. Anyway, it's been lovely to chat to you. As always, embrace your quirky and each other's, and I will see you on tomorrow's video. Bye bye.